This podcast was recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians and pay our respect to elders past and present.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
This is my final maths-related interview.
They're talking about me. She's like, yep.
It was Australia's reaction. It's an
This is an exclusive.
Caused a lot of drama and it never got aired. It just went nuts.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Back to Reality. I'm Selina.
And I'm Tahnee.
She graced our screens on this year's Love Island.
Yes.
And she also won.
Yes.
I love her style. She's like literally the style queen.
Yeah.
Like so iconic. Please welcome Elle Miguel-Leigh. Woo!
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Oh my God, I'm so good. I'm so excited to be chatting to you.
I know, I feel like we don't see you do too many chats and stuff. So I was like, let's see if she'll come on and give us a little bit of goss.
This is my first podcast. You're helping my podcast, Cherry.
Stop it right
Wow.
now.
Yes.
I love this.
I love it.
Also, what happened to the brows? They were blonde.
Oh my God, no.
Oh my God, true.
And now they're back.
Like 2 hours ago,
Stop.
I had a little
really?
mental breakdown.
We love
and
that.
they're back. But I feel like so
They
much
look
more
good,
myself. No, yeah.
I feel like this season of Love Island was giving brows. Like everyone had the best brows. Especially you.
Yeah.
I was staring at your brows like all
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, no, I got a lot of hate for my brows though. No matter what I do, I'll just
Yeah.
get hate for the brows. 'Cause
Well, I
they're
feel like
big and they're
you
bold.
brought a different vibe. And I hate it when it's like you're so different compared to the Love Island girls.
No, but like it's true.
No, but like
yeah.
the vibe, and I was like, yep, love it. Like the style, even just like the clothing you wore, and just your overall vibe you brought to the villa was so hadn't been seen before across like any of the like Love Island franchises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the process like? Like, did you apply? Did you get scouted? Talk me through how that came about.
I actually maybe 2 months ago like saw a DM from like 2021 of me like messaging Love Island Australia being like, cast me. But like I'm a fan of Love Island.
Yeah,
I
love.
like didn't really watch the Australian season. I think I watched maybe the first and second.
Yeah.
But
The
like
best ones.
love the UK,
Yeah.
love last year USA season.
Yep.
So like I don't know, I always thought I'd be really entertaining for reality
Yep.
TV. Not to toot my own horn.
No, but you were.
But like, yeah, just the whole experience. So I followed like a lot of casting casting people on Instagram, saw that they were casting, DM'd one of them, and then I started filling out my application and stopped because like far too much admin.
There
And
are
then no, it's a lot. Like, what do you mean you need to know everything about
it's
me?
too much.
And then I got a call from one of the casting people, and they were like, "Hey, like we really want to send you to the audition. Can you please like fill out your application?" And I was like, honestly, like far too much admin, but like I'll try.
Yep.
And then so it's kind of a bit of both, like kind of like me reaching out, but them reaching out. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you
nice.
ever think that you would win it?
No, I thought I would literally go on and be like, "Ew, I
Yeah.
don't like anyone. I don't get along with anyone,"
Yeah.
and then leave.
Crazy.
So yeah.
Because it was pre-recorded. So
Yeah.
like you had to record your win.
Yeah, can you talk us? Okay, because this is
How
like
awkward.
so different to what like
It used
the
to be,
UK does
yeah.
and what I think they did before. So
Yes.
you guys correct us if we're wrong. Pre-record separate endings as if you've won, and then they play the one that is the winner, and you
Yeah.
watch it live.
That's correct. I had to film mine 3 times because I
What?
could not take it seriously.
Yeah.
I was like not giving enough because I'm like, I feel like if you're acting and you have a role, you can tap into that.
sure.
But like
Yep.
acting as yourself just felt so
Yeah.
weird. So yeah, we had to film ours 3 times.
Ew, I hate
Sophie
that.
literally turned to me and she was like, "If you win, like Australia's gonna want to see you like be excited." I
Yeah.
turned to Sophie and I was like, "Oh wow." She was like, "Babe, we're gonna need some more." So yeah, 3 times, and the third time I was like, "I'm just gonna have to go so over the top, take the piss,
Yeah.
like and make a joke out of it."
Yes.
And they were like, "Perfect."
Perfect. That's a wrap.
Yeah, literally.
Who were the random people in the background?
Oh my god, like our
are they the
beloved
super
like
fans?
crew.
Oh,
No.
that was the crew.
So it was like the Islanders. I think there were quite a lot of Islanders that were still in Spain at that point.
Yes,
So those
of course.
guys,
Yes.
and then the crew that worked on the show the whole time.
Yeah.
which is really cute.
That's
is
sweet.
Yeah, it was so nice to have that moment with everyone.
So you're literally watching it live, and then you find out you won.
Yeah, because they literally closed the vote like 2 minutes before or something. Which
Oh my
is
God.
psycho. So they quite literally have all 3 videos like ready to go. Or maybe not actually. If they can see the votes and they're like,
If it's
we
like
know
by a
it's gonna
landslide.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what the vote split would have been because you were obviously the reason why you won. Let's be real.
oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a solo winner.
I was like, no matter. And I just remember when I was watching it, because I'm again, love Love Island. It's one of my favorite shows to watch. And I was also, part of me was like, fuck, I wish her and Tay just like made it work because I feel like that was like easy win.
Yeah.
And then when like old mate came in, I was like, not sure. And then I was like, yeah, she still got it in the bag. But it was so funny because I'm like, I wonder what the actual like split would have been in terms of the votes and like how close it was between you, like, because I was shocked at Mimi and Steph leaving so soon. Personally,
that was crazy.
because I was like,
I was
huh?
pissed. I didn't speak to
Yeah.
anybody all night. And then
It didn't make sense.
No, I was like, you guys are so messed up.
Yeah. So when you
Respectfully.
when you
Respectfully.
win it, like how long does it take for you to get this grand prize money?
Yeah.
Oh, like actually quite fast. I think it was like the
Really?
next week. And I was like, slay.
Slay.
Yeah.
Oh my
and I was like,
gosh.
am I going to be like taxed a bunch of money? But it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the loopholes,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, real fast.
What was the
Wow.
first thing that you bought with your prize money?
Oh, I bought like the shittiest old 1996 Camry wagon.
Oh no, cute! I saw that. No, that's cute. No, I love that.
It's my 4th one. I have like a slight obsession.
Okay, cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. So your style is obviously very different from
Yeah,
the
what
other
we've seen.
girls. How did you feel about that?
I like being different.
Yeah.
So like slay.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna I knew that was gonna be the case going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like it's just my style is so personal to me.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
like I literally started thrifting clothes and buying vintage and wearing
Yep.
vintage when I was like 14 because I hated walking down the street and
looking-
seeing everybody in the same outfits.
Yes.
Like that is my idea of hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a slay for me.
Yeah,
because
because I really like the fashion this year. I feel like the girls, and I love when you can see, especially the boys. There was that one shirt that they all
Oh my
wore.
god, this
What the
stripy
hell is
shirt!
up with
I
that?
have nightmares.
Literally, I'm like,
It was
whose
Taylor's shirt. Blame Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor
Fashion
dressed
king.
all the boys. Seriously. They'd be like,
Yep.
Papa Taylor, what do we wear tonight?
I was like, that shirt. I'm sick of seeing it. I was like, do they have
Literally.
no clothes? Like,
No, they didn't though.
so
Yeah, but they're
bad.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Al was the same after he went off maths. He went on to Love Island straight away and he had like no clothes.
Oh my god.
He was just a lot on that, but bless
Oh.
him.
So, like, because I was staring at your earrings all season and you're wearing
Oh, yeah,
them
there's a
today.
lot.
So iconic. I was like, oh my God, I'm so influenced. I went on and they're so expensive.
No, they are. Yeah.
But they're so nice.
They are.
love them.
Mimi and Sophie would always be in like a conversation and they'd just be like zoning out looking at my
The
earrings.
earrings, yeah.
I'd be like, hello.
Trying to get something out of you guys.
Yeah.
They're the really pretty love heart ones.
Yeah.
You know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yes. No, and Millie Savage, I like had been wearing her pieces for so long. She sent me a lot after the
Oh,
show as well, which I'm like,
bless.
that's so nice.
Well, I love this about you because I obviously watching, I kind of got a vibe for who you are as a person in terms of like your ethics, which sounds so stupid watching someone on the show, but I was like, yeah, she's one of those girlies. She's a thrift girly. She's not going to be out here doing a PLT edit. I was like, I just knew the vibes. And then I
Yeah.
think seeing like your content and like the brands you've chosen to work with and
Yeah.
like that's been really refreshing to see because I feel like when you go, you kind of get thrusted into this influencer space, right? Off the back of a show, you get followers. It's this whole thing. But I think it's really nice to see someone stick to what they believe in
absolutely.
and are like, no, like I think I saw a TikTok you posted on the So Familiar account. It was like the Lady Gaga, I don't want to be friends, and it was I'm gonna buy it from Shein or something.
Oh my god, that was last night. I took it
So
down because I'm
good.
like, no, I was like, I just cannot deal with any trolls today. Like, I'm not
Fair.
mentally.
Yeah.
but like
ready.
pop off.
Yeah, no, seriously though. Yeah, it really that hit the wrong side of TikTok. I will say.
Yeah, no, but we love So Familiar, gorgeous
do.
stuff.
Mhm,
Yeah. Obviously, going into it, what was your kind of expectations going into the show, and did you experience anything that you weren't prepared for, or anything that like kind of shocked you about being a part of it? Because for us, it's very different because you guys are filmed 24/7. With us, it's really like, except for the dinner parties and commitment ceremonies, it's like an hour a day of like doing a task or something. So you have a lot of off screen time. So I think I always find it funny with Love Island, because you can't really argue the edit because you guys are being filmed all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
us,
agree.
we can, but you are monitored 24/7. There's cameras everywhere. You cannot say it was like, I just don't think that argument flies.
I agree.
Talk me through that.
Well, yeah, I guess there's like a lot of content. It is kind of hard to
Have that cut through.
portray somebody a different way. Obviously, like the environment is insane though, because you are filmed 24/7.
Yeah.
Like your emotions truly are so heightened.
Yeah.
And you're just in this little melting pot of like everybody else's emotions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, in some people it doesn't bring out the best. In others, like they
just
can
is what it
thrive.
is.
Yeah.
I don't think I feel like I had a pretty good understanding of what I was getting myself into, and like, yeah, I wouldn't say I really had any surprises.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really have any expectations throughout the whole process. Like even when I was casting, I was like, I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't
Yeah.
know what can happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously it was the best outcome I want.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's actually crazy because I think you go into those like I think as well because you actually get a winner prize. With us, it's like you win love.
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, yeah,
Ew.
No, babes.
No,
We're gonna need a little
absolutely
more.
not.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually crazy.
No, you literally get nothing.
Yeah.
So
they
it's
should
tea
pay
Except for
size.
trauma.
Yeah,
for
no,
trauma
literally.
healing. You're lucky.
But it's funny that it can be this. I like the element of like the public being involved. And I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Are the superfans real?
I don't know.
Because I want to fucking
Yeah,
be
same.
it. And
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like, how do I sign
seriously.
up? Because I want to be a part of those decisions.
How fun would that be?
Like, so good. I was like, there's no way. And just like the instigating of the superfans, I was like, it's giving producers.
It's giving producers. Look, I don't know for sure. I have my suspicions. Need I say more?
Yeah, it's interesting. And I wish there was that element. I like that public interaction element of Love Island. That's why I think I love it. Does so well in the UK and the US because
Yeah.
you get the audience to like vote, and I love that. I think that that's such a
Yeah.
like key part that's maybe missing from maths, but maths is in its own crazy world.
Yes.
But I love that it's like the public get to choose who they want to.
Yeah, no,
to win.
100%.
Like that must feel sick to be like everyone wanted you to win and you won. Like
Yeah, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. But like, nice, thanks.
And how has life been like after? Because when did you finish wrapping up?
We finished filming like mid-September,
Oh wow, okay.
and then it finished airing like mid-December? Question
Yeah,
mark?
yeah.
I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
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 So yeah, it honestly, and we were casting in like June or May.
Wow, so it's quite like
So it took up my whole year.
Wow.
seriously.
Like
and how
my
long was
whole
the
entire
whole
year.
filming from start to finish? Because it's like not that
literally
long.
3 weeks.
What?
No, I'm not even kidding you guys. 3 weeks.
Oh,
That's
I
why
thought
like
it was like 2 months.
no. So I
Oh,
think
wow.
I went into the villa like mid-August. By maybe the 8th of September, I was back home.
Oh
Yeah,
my
wow.
god.
No, it was yeah.
They
I don't
make
know if
it
that
seem
math makes
so
sense. but,
dragged
like,
out.
no, I know.
And it's really, I would find it, obviously, like from our experience, you're in the experiment for 3 months. It's very easy to form a connection when you're with someone 24/7. It's easy to fall in love.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd struggle to understand how you can build relationships in that setting, first of all, but in such a short period of time. And then
Yeah.
the pressure, like I've always say, like obviously love watching Love Island, but those challenges and stuff freak me out. And I don't know how, like,
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
the confidence to do that stuff. And then it's like that on top of like having to like go and like graft and like I was like, no, it's not for me. Ew, it's ew.
Yeah, it is a bit ewy.
I feel like this season you had a lot of strong characters.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I think they cast
Yeah.
our season incredibly.
Yeah.
Like, are you
It was the
kidding
same.
me?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
giving season 1 of Love Island.
That's what a lot of
Australia,
people have
in terms of
said.
the drama.
Yeah.
I was hooked. Like
Yeah,
every
I loved it.
episode, it was like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
You know what it was though? I think because you haven't seen maybe me or Mimi on a show like that before, and those kinds of people, me, paired
People like
with
us.
those people. No, paired with maybe the stereotypical
Sure.
Love Island girls
Yeah.
and guys. Like that's why there was so much of a kind of divide.
Yes.
And there was drama, and it wasn't manufactured. It really did feel like the worst thing in the world or the biggest thing at the time. But like, yeah.
Because it was like it was giving bitchy. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but I love that. But
Yeah.
just like the little kind of pop shots and arguments between the girls. I'm like, oh,
It was intense.
yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
just even the tea of like bringing Hannah back, and I'm just like, there's no way. Like there's no
There's
way.
no way.
It was so good.
No, it was
but, like
so
the
good.
characters. I always say characters. So I feel like it's a character arc that you are portrayed as, but like obviously it's you guys.
Yeah.
It was just so good.
Yeah.
No, it was.
But like
so good.
speaking of divide, this beef is real. Like what's happening now? Are you guys
Wait, with who?
just with your the cast? Like are you guys still beefing or your
who- like,
friends?
who
Wait,
friends
who's
with?
beefing?
Yeah, who-
So to me, as a
was like,
viewer, as
everyone's
an
beefing.
audience, as a TikToker, like on TikTok, it looks like
Okay.
it's you and M.
Wait,
No,
I
sorry.
am.
I mean, you and Mimi.
Yeah.
And then
Against who?
I don't know. And then there's like
the
the rest
boys,
of the
you mean?
group.
Like the
Wait,
boys.
what?
It just looks like there's like I don't know. Like there's like
Like the boys.
Hannah is hanging
Oh,
around.
so- okay,
Like,
so
I
you're
feel like there's a
referring to-
divide between like the girls. Like you're not all friends.
Oh, so like in the house, how it was like you guys, and it was
I think it was like
I can't remember their names.
you, Sophie,
Yes.
Mimi.
Yeah,
then
there was
the other
us
girls.
three
And then
the
some
other
girls.
girls.
You know what though?
or is
like,
that not a thing anymore?
Yeah.
No, like I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do feel like why I said what I said when I was on the show, which was like respectfully like
Yeah.
we don't all have to be best friends. We
yeah.
can get along. That to me is a very mature standpoint
100%.
to
Yeah.
not just push everything aside.
Yeah.
Because not only like are we just different people, but like there were some nasty things said in the
For
moment, which
sure.
I understand.
Yeah.
But like we don't all have to be best friends and, you know, hold hands.
Yeah.
And then after the show, like, yeah, we don't really have a friendship or a relationship.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if I were to see any of the girls, I would like obviously be nice and say
Of
hello and
course.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. And like,
Yeah.
I don't not give a fuck about them. Like, I all hope.
Yeah.
I wish them well.
For sure.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I think that just
Not
further
your people.
validates like myself in being
no,
like,
I-
that's what I was feeling.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I was right. And like, yeah.
I remember because it was quite divided when you said that in the response to the public. Because I was
Yeah.
like, I fully agreed because I even felt this like I am friends with some of the girls from my season, but I didn't feel that connection on the show, and I didn't really feel like I had friends.
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
actually, I feel like 90% of these people aren't my people, and
Yeah.
that is okay. But it
Yeah.
upset me at first. I'm like, fuck, am I a loser? And like, no one wants to be my friend. Like,
Yeah.
but then I'm like, no, actually, if I think of the outside world, I would never ever be in a room with you people,
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I probably
yeah.
wouldn't pursue friendships with them. And that's not like
Yeah.
to say I'm better. It's not at
No.
all. It's just like
You're
we
different
just
people.
have different views on life. We
Yeah.
have different perspectives, and I feel like that I related to that because I was like, yeah, that's facts, and it was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
clear on like watching it that you were just not the same people,
Yeah.
at all, like
Yeah.
at all, like in
At
any
all.
single way.
No, like, yeah, I would just never be around, like,
That
I would just
vibe.
never be in, like, an environment, like, where we would, like, coexist.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And that obviously is what Love Island does. It brings people from all over
Yeah.
and puts you in a house,
Exactly.
and it's like a little social experiment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think by that point, I'd just gotten a bit fed up because I was really, no, seriously though, because I was
Yeah.
really trying to, you know, make everybody happy and like bend
Be
over
mature about
backwards
it.
and
Yeah.
like really make sure everybody was okay.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, when I would have my like confessionals, the producers were like, what are you trying to do this for? Like, just, it's like you're not doing things or like having certain chats with people or like pursuing certain people because like you feel bad and you don't want to like disrupt everything because
Yep.
it's already a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like you see these and you watch the dynamics like play out. Like we saw it on TV, and I was like, oh, like I think like what would I have done in that situation?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I personally could never do a show like that because I don't want to like fight for someone's attention. I think that's icky.
Yeah,
And I'm just like,
gross.
no. But it's just funny how like savage it can be because you just like have to step on people's toes in that environment. You just have to be
absolutely.
like, I want to be with them. I'm gonna like.
Shoot my shot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's like scares me
So
so, much.
scary.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
no,
I'm not a
100%.
forward person. Like I would
Same.
never
No,
go up to
neither.
someone and like never. So I'm
Yeah.
like, it feels like then you're like forced in the environment. You have to. It's like,
But you know
embarrassing.
what? Like, I will say I totally relate to that.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even date. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm sometimes on dating apps just to like
Yeah.
have a sticky beat.
Yeah, see what the
Yeah.
vibes. are. Yeah,
But like, I don't date. I don't pursue people.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
think somebody's like attractive outside,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then like I'll like stare at them and try and make eye contact. Like I'm I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm just a
Yeah.
girl. But when you are in that environment, like something just comes over you and everybody's in the same situation. So it kind of just makes it
Totally.
feel okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go on Love Island. I believe in you.
We'll see.
But speaking of dating, I've been following you on TikTok. And you shared this video, and I was captivated the moment you spoke about you were in Melbourne. And you had met
Yes.
someone.
Yeah.
And you weren't sure if you were going to post this video. It was kind of like, watch this space. So glad that you did.
Can you give us
Yes.
some tea? Give us a little bit of tea. Because this is exciting. And have you dated anyone but men before, or is this like your first? Yeah.
So
okay.
I've always been interested in girls. I have never done anything about it except for like set my hinge to men and women.
Yeah.
It's so relatable.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, I
Yeah.
also don't date or go on dates. So like that kind of falls into all of that.
For sure.
And I'm very much like all of the people I've dated in the past, I don't know, 6 to 8 years, like I've met them randomly in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I met this girl in Melbourne. There was a bit of a vibe. I actually did that thing, like I was just staring at her, like willing her telepathically to like come and talk to me.
Yeah.
And she didn't really get the message. It was a bit too late.
Okay.
But like as soon as I met her, I was like, Mimi, I just met my wife. No, I'm dramatic though. Like, we'll see. I also don't want to get married, so I'm like hilarious. But yeah, she came and stayed with me for like 5 days, and yeah, it was really cute.
So
and I think I'm gonna
cute.
go to Melbourne and see her this weekend.
Cute.
So there's the update, hot off the press.
Okay, slay.
Because I hate
Yeah.
putting labels on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you would call what would you?
Like pansexual.
Yeah,
right?
pansexual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like open to everyone. Open
Yeah,
for
I
business.
like that because I feel
Yeah.
like it's so interesting because I think your whole and I related to that as well because I've always found women attractive. Like I think women are more attractive than men. Period.
100%.
Like, I've never looked at a woman being like gross, but like men,
No.
I do.
Ew.
So I'm like maybe I don't like men.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So then when I like had been on dates with women, it felt more easy and it didn't feel like it just felt different. And
Oh my
I
God, it
couldn't
was
explain
so
it.
easy.
But it just feels like you're making a friend and there's no this like layer of like expectation or like scariness to it that I feel like when you go
No.
on dates with men there does feel that.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting and it's like and I say it with my girlfriends, we go through this like same experience. Like one of my girlfriends just recently like hinged. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna like a bit interested. Let me just
have a
change my
look.
hinge and she's like now like actively like
Oh my God.
and it's just
I love that.
but just to see
so
like,
cool.
oh, okay, because we'll chat and I'll be like, oh, she's really like this girl's cute. And I was like, yeah, dude, like,
Yeah.
I was like just see what the vibes are like because you've only ever been dated men and it's been a pretty bad experience. So maybe just see what else is out there.
I will say, like, I feel like it's really hard. Like, I've questioned myself so much, like, and I'm sure you can probably relate to like somebody who's always dated men and it's like, am I really
Was this,
like
normal?
yeah, like no, but I always thought like when I was kind of younger, like a teenager and stuff, I was like, oh, like I'm bisexual.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and then I've always kind of maintained like I'm bi-curious at the least, but you kind of gaslight yourself a bit when you like get to an age, like I turned 28 this year. I'd never dated a woman and I was like, am I just straight?
Yeah.
But like I don't know, I will say I don't think that straight people have thoughts about women like that or
True,
like want to, you know.
It's so true.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
just don't think that hetero people do that.
So then it's like maybe I don't fit into that mold. then.
Yeah.
But it's
See,
weird.
like, I've only ever dated men, but I went to an all-girl Catholic school.
Oh God.
and
Are you
my-
okay?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you've got tea.
But my first ever kiss was with a girl.
really?
Oh.
Yeah. It was very Cruel Intentions.
Oh my God.
In the
Right.
school toilets. No, actually, it was in the
Oh.
music room, so it was all soundproof and
Oh,
shit.
that's nice.
And
Love that.
then there was a period where I was single for like 7 years, and within that time, I had hooked up with more girls
Yeah.
than guys.
Oh.
And I have to say, like, girls are way better kissers.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like guys, not that they're bad kissers, but I feel like it takes a few kisses.
Yeah. Or they just don't really care.
Yeah.
Or that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But girls just get it.
Get it straight
They
away.
get it straight away. Yeah.
Well, there you
So
have it,
interesting.
folks.
Yeah,
Only
there's
kiss
hot
girls.
press.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's no, but it's so when I saw that and I was like, oh my God, wow. Because like
Yeah.
obviously like I feel like I can just always tell when a girly pop, I'm like,
No, 100%.
I was like, I just know. I was like, no, maybe not
duh.
giving that.
I'm like, look at me.
And then
I
I
won't
read
kill
the
on
comments,
like
and
night
the
3.
comments were like,
The closet is glass.
Literally. But
like,
it's so funny. Then I think I really like the way you broke it down, and I was pissing at the nails. Like,
Oh my god, thank
my
you.
God. Because like I feel
My
like
lesbian nails.
I was like, oh my God, like that's so fucking funny. And I feel like not everyone kind of got that straight away. Like you only get it if you know.
No, exactly. And like all the comments were like, what do black nails mean? Like, I don't get it. I'm like, no, babe, look at the length.
Yeah, like let's just that was great.
That
no,
was
that's
funny.
exciting. I'm
Thank
excited for that
you.
journey for you to see where that
Yeah.
to see what the vibes are like.
See what the vibes are like. It is just so different and so nice and so comfortable.
I feel like you
With a
also give
girl.
Melbourne vibes. You don't give
I
Sydney,
know.
and you do not give Bondi vibes.
I know.
like you're giving Newtown.
no, I'm aware.
Yes.
I'm aware.
So when you said that, I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I want
no,
to quickly ask, because
Yes.
now that you have, I wouldn't say come out, even though you did use that song.
I want the world to know.
What if someone is curious or they know within themselves what they identify as, but they come from like a really strict family background and culture that doesn't allow that? Like, what advice would you give to someone like
Oh
that?
god, I
that's
feel
a-
like
that's
that's a lot of weight on my little baby gay shoulders.
But think of Mini M, what she would want to hear.
Oh, you know what though? I feel like I can't really relate to that because when I like posted that on the internet, I just assumed that everybody would be like, oh yeah, chill.
Yeah.
But like I had messages from like some of my family being like, oh my god, so proud of you. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And they were like, for the video. I was like, oh, like it's no biggie. Like I
Yeah.
thought everyone knew and like we're all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't really realize that it was like such a big moment because I was like,
Yeah.
it's just so, I don't know. I was like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But to anyone out there, I don't know. I feel like that's so tricky. I mean, at the end of the day, you would hope that your family will love and support you no matter what.
Yeah.
And hopefully you have a relationship with them that you can be like open and trust them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you know it in yourself to be true, definitely explore it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like be authentic to yourself. Yeah.
Love
I feel
that.
like, yeah.
No, I love
Yeah.
it. I think it's hard. There's a lot of pressure when it comes to it. I feel
Yeah.
like when, especially, and I find this, and I think it's like not the toxic side of it, but I think there's also the pressure of because you're like a bit curious, you're not sure. I think like girls that are like straight lesbian kind of can be a bit off that because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you just kind of use me as an experiment, or like
Yeah.
it's really hard, and then I don't want to feel like I'm like, I don't know, I'm messing anyone around because you're just trying to like see the vibes.
Yeah.
I feel like that, and that's a conversation I have with my girlfriends as well, because you're like, oh, but like this is like my first time, like I don't know if someone's gonna be okay with it or like whatever.
Yeah.
And it actually is a bit of a barrier for some, like quite a few of my girlfriends, because they're like, oh no, like they're gonna judge because I've never gone on a date before or whatever. Because
Yeah.
it's like it is a thing within the community a little bit.
But I also feel like that might be a bit of a like stereotype.
For sure.
Because I definitely felt that way. And that
Yeah.
was one of my concerns, like before kind of pursuing this with
Sure.
this girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want her to think that I'm just experimenting
Yes.
because like I
It's not a nice feeling.
no. And I like, but that wasn't what it was for me. Like I had such a good vibe with her
the
in
connection.
person.
Yeah.
And like we were FaceTiming all the time and voice noting. So I'm like, I know that it's just going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had conversations about it because she was like, have you dated girls
Mm-hmm.
before? And I was kind of just honest and like talked her through all my feelings and like the pan thing.
Yeah.
And she was like, incredible, like
Great.
amazing, like
Yeah.
thanks for being open and honest, and like it wasn't a thing for her.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like if you're feeling that way and you're kind of apprehensive because you don't, I don't know.
just communicate it, I guess.
Yeah, just communicate it. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, it might not be a big deal for everyone.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I
that.
think this is very important because
Yeah.
like, back in my day, it wasn't really a thing. Like no one really
Yeah.
spoke about it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like now, like I reckon every second Netflix series has
Yeah.
like, you know,
A
It's
queer
more
story.
open.
queer.
Yeah.
Yeah, very open to it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
love that.
Which is good. We're here for it.
In terms of obviously didn't find love in the end, but in terms of the friendships that you built, like talk me through who you keep in touch with, who are your besties.
Yeah.
I love seeing you and Tay to like the content
my
together
God.
as duos. Because he, you know, I met him and I was very like, don't know how I feel about you because I didn't like the way you acted in the villa, and I was very apprehensive, and I actually was like a bit hesitant to meet him because I was like, I'm actually pissed off with some of the stuff.
I'm actually pissed off at
And I
you.
was like, no. And then I met him and I was like, oh wow, you're actually like really cool, really nice, like really soft spoken. I actually had a lot of time for him.
Yeah.
And he was lovely. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I never like to judge a book by its cover anyway, but you do see like, you see it and you're like, don't agree with how you handled that situation.
Yeah.
But he, was lovely. And so it's nice seeing that you guys have this like
Oh my
friendship
God.
vibe.
I love Taylor. He's like, one of the people I'm closest to, like after the show. And as I said, like we were only filming for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like it's not that
Big.
big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like it's actually just so not that deep.
Yeah.
And then I think we just needed a little mini mo, but I saw him. I went to America for a month, like 5 days after I got home from the villa.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
psycho.
fun.
Psycho. No, but psycho.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, I was
just cause like, was that planned or you just?
it was planned with my
Okay.
best friend. Yeah, we'd like pushed it back or like postponed it because it was gonna be while I was away.
Yeah.
But I like got back, and the day after I got back from America, like Taylor and like everybody was there, and then it just went back to like how we were at the beginning, which was really nice. I'm obviously like best friends with Mimi.
Yes.
Love her.
Yeah.
I did find love in the villa with Mimi.
Yes.
And then I would say like Zayn, I have a lot of time for. I love him so much. And
He's
then
so funny. I always was watching him. I was like, babe, you just have no idea what's
no,
going on.
he's
There's nothing
so
up there.
funny.
Like,
I'm
it's
obsessed with
jokes.
him. Yeah, no.
They
And
made
then
him seem really dumb though. He's not
Look,
like that really.
He was
is
giving
he?
lights on no one's home.
Yeah.
That's what it was giving.
look, I love you, Zayn, but like, you know, he is a little like he's aware of
quite
it
young though, right?
He's like 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, look, he's just a little slow sometimes, but he knows that about himself, and
He's a self-aware king.
he's a self-aware king.
He reminds me of like my match from maths.
Yeah.
Oh,
I see that.
really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see similarities there.
Oh
Is he?
my
Where's
God.
he from? Like Gold
Coast.
Yeah,
Oh,
checks
okay.
out.
He's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
Gold Coast.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah, I just Gold Coast people is not like could not align,
Oh my God, neither.
Yeah.
At all.
but love that.
No, love that for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Zayn, yep, love that.
And then Tommy. Who
He's
else
so
is on the
funny.
show? I love Tommy.
He's
Yeah.
like the egg thing creeps me out, so I don't
No,
know about
I
that.
can't. I simply
like
can't.
that's horrific. You're vegan as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like we
yeah.
just
You're
woke up.
literally eating a chicken period.
No, it's so gross, dude. Figure it out. But like, pop
jokes.
off.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Funny. Yeah, I can't even remember who else was on the show.
Yeah, no, that's
That's about it.
I mean, Mimi and Steph were together and they got, I don't know,
yes. Okay.
so much
question
hate.
about this. They
Yes.
were called like the biggest clout chasers of the
Yes.
show.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that, and who did you actually think would be like if you want to share?
Yeah.
Because that was like a bit hectic.
Yeah.
I don't like what I just never understood with that was like they both have a following.
Yeah.
If anybody was clout chasing, like surely
There'd
it
be
would
people
be
that
somebody
didn't?
that didn't already have a following
Yeah.
and like would walk away
With something.
with yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like clout where? I don't know. I guess like let's all be honest. Going on a reality show in 2025 or
Yeah.
2024, we're all there for fucking clout, babes.
Seriously.
Like let's be honest.
Why are you gonna act like you're better than
no?
like,
and don't pretend
Yeah.
that you are not
I
there.
came here for love.
No,
only.
you
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
I just
I
can't
hate
deal with
that.
that narrative
Yeah.
of like, oh, like you're doing this for clout. It's like,
And
why do you post on the fucking internet? Like,
Yeah,
let's be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Delete all your social media. Like,
Yeah.
if you truly did not do it for clout,
don't go on
get rid of
socials.
it. No.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
it's actually just, it really frustrates me.
No, I fully agree that. I'm always like, and what?
Yes.
So what?
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with clout.
So it's like
Literally.
everyone.
Yeah,
basically.
basically.
No, literally, all of us.
Yeah.
And if anybody denies it,
You're
you're
a
a liar.
Yeah. Facts.
Did Mercedes tell you he was on F-Boy Island? Because that was like
Oh, yeah, no, he
crazy.
did.
And
No,
that
he
came
did.
up in conversation.
Day one, night one, when he came in. Yeah.
And so, sorry, was he an F-Boy? I didn't watch it. So
Yeah.
he was an F-Boy.
Twice.
Huh? He was on it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he was a good guy in one, wasn't
No,
he? Oh,
I don't
he
think
was
so.
an F-boy for both.
Yeah. Babe, it's Mercedes.
Bomber Club. Oh my God, really?
I know this is unpopular opinion, but I think reality TV is for the girlies. I think it's embarrassing if guys go on reality TV.
I know,
But
especially
the girls.
3 times.
Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, no,
Yeah.
so I just wanted to clarify
clear
if
it
you knew
up.
that. Cause
Yeah, no, everybody knew. Sophie actually recognized him night one when we were in the kitchen, and she was like, "Were you on F-Boy Island?" And he was just straight up like, "Yeah."
Love Sophie knowing
But
that.
I think, no, of course. I actually I would have watched this season as well, but I
Yeah.
have no recollection of it. I have ADHD, so basically my
Same.
memory gets wiped like every
mine.
24 hours. So like,
yeah.
but yeah, no, I think it was just like a network thing. Like they couldn't speak about F-Boy Island or something.
Fair, yeah, fair.
makes
You
It's
know,
like
yeah,
competing
conflict.
networks.
Yeah.
I think it's the same as like with maths. We've seen people from Batchy
Yeah.
Yeah.
and other stuff, and then it's never mentioned.
Never
ever.
spoken about. Yeah.
And then it just comes out in the drama after the fact.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%.
See, that already left me a bit like questionable with him. But then after the show wrapped up, the way he was carrying on online, I was like, oh my God, like flexing that he had won 3 reality TV
horrific.
shows. I don't know. It was a lot. I was
It
like,
was a
who is this
lot.
man?
Yeah,
No one knows.
No. I'm trying to think of what other tea I want to ask
Super
you.
random because you spoke about getting migraines.
Oh my God, yes.
So I was on the
niche.
pill for 10 years
Oh.
and I went off of it
What pill were you
after Levlin, ED.
Okay, yeah.
And then after the show, because I wasn't getting any anymore, I was like, I'm going to go off and I'm going to let my body, like, do its
Cleanse.
thing and cleanse.
Cleanse.
But now when I, like the week before my period, I get these fucking horrendous migraines.
Oh,
And I'm like,
no.
what is going on? And I've never had them before. And you were saying something on your TikTok about your migraines. Tell
Yeah.
us. For us
I've
migraine girls.
I've been getting migraines for like almost 10 years.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Like chronic. Yeah. So now I've tried maybe 2 of the more hectic preventatives with
Okay.
a neurologist, and now I'm on something called a Jovi, which is like an
Yes.
injection. You inject yourself once a month. And that helps quite a bit, but like I've had a migraine the past 2 days. I'm feeling okay today, but
Okay,
it's just
good.
like, yeah.
It's
I don't-
messed up because it's
it's-
so debilitating.
It is,
right?
and it's like it's an invisible illness as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really hard. Honestly, like before finding this medication I'm on now, I would not have been able to do the show.
No, for
I
sure.
wouldn't be able to travel overseas. I wouldn't be able to have. I quit my full-time job like a long time ago now, but because I just like couldn't function a normal
it's
life.
fucked. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, maybe go see a doctor. I mean,
Yeah.
around your period tracks
Yeah.
because of the like
The
change in
hormones.
hormones.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But like there is like kind of things that you can take like on the onset of one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Does it hurt the needle? Because I was
look, it's a
watching you do
needle.
it and I'm like, yeah, it's not great.
Yeah,
is it like a
it's-
tiny one or what? Like,
No, it's pretty small. It hurts more if you don't like let it.
oh,
you
cool
know,
down because you said something about
No,
letting
like
it, cool.
it can't. It's stored in the fridge, but
Okay.
if you don't let it warm up a bit to room temp, it will really hurt.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. I mean, I'm covered in tattoos, so like I'm kind of cool with needles. I'm that psycho like looking at the blood being taken out of my arm.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
And did you do that on the show as well? Did you have that when you were filming?
No,
was
so you
after.
can either inject yourself monthly or
Okay,
you can do
wow.
like 3 shots in one go, and that will like keep you going for 3 months. So I did
Wow,
that.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Because I always think like, sorry, random tangent about the migraine, but like when you guys, because you don't know what time it is, right? You're just like
Yeah.
going in road.
There
and then,
was
like,
actually a hack when you had your phones on the charging dock, it came up with the time. So we did know the time.
Oh.
And also when you're in that environment, I feel like I just had such a strong sense of time. Like I would
Your
like go
body clock
upstairs
would be like-
yes, but I'd like know what time it was and I was never far off.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you do have more of a concept of time, but I think that was only this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I find it interesting how they just like wake you up with those like bright lights, and
Oh,
then
it
they're
was
just
horrible.
that looks horrific.
No, it's
honestly.
actually it should be illegal.
Was there anything else like behind the scenes, like that production stuff that you feel like the viewers don't know that you can share with us? Like anything that you're kind of like, oh, didn't expect that, or
Because for me, the consent button thing was new.
yeah, that was cool.
Oh, was it new?
Yeah.
I haven't
slay.
seen that
'Cause
before.
Taku, he was saying how he
have
used to
that?
have to get the mic and you'd have to
Oh,
literally
yeah.
grab
I
it and say,
consent.
I consent. And then go back under the
No
sheets.
way.
Yeah.
But now you have like an actual
A
button,
button.
Okay.
above your bed head and with the little neon love heart
Yeah.
around it. Is
Yeah.
that right?
Jokes.
That's
tea.
probably really good, like for content as well.
Yeah.
Because like scandalous.
That's what's
Someone's
happening in there.
consenting. Yeah. I mean, what else happened? Just like the fact that we would talk to all the time over the like overhead
The voice of God.
speakers, the voice of God, which was a lot of the
Yeah.
time. my favorite human ever, Matt. He was like absolutely iconic, but we'd always get in trouble for like singing.
Yeah.
And I'm singing songs 24/7.
Yeah. It's like copyright stuff.
No commercial music, please. No commercial music. I don't know. I feel like everything else you're pretty clued into.
Yeah.
We have like catered lunch and
when
dinner
do you
every day.
eat? We never see you guys
No,
eating.
you never see us eat.
I'm like,
We don't actually.
Yeah.
No, we
Okay.
do.
Yeah, we don't.
We'd like get broken up into girls and boys, like not very like we would right there.
Yeah.
And then kind of just like serve ourselves food. We had lunch, I don't know, around like 1 or something every day, and then
Okay.
dinner at like 7.
Okay.
But yeah, no one wants to see you eat on
No,
television.
absolutely not. Yeah.
True.
Well, my favorite like seasons of like the UK Love Island is when they're like smoking cigs.
Oh my
they're
God.
eating. Like that is like I
I'm
want to see
sorry,
that.
but I want to do that.
Is that what they do there?
Yeah, like
Yes,
the very early ones.
OG
like, they're full
UK.
arguing, having like smoking a cigarette, like full eating. Like it's just it feels more
like Big
organic and
Brother.
yeah, it just was like such good
Yes.
TV.
Oh my God, yeah, because it was
Yeah.
very like they did not have the protocols they have in place today.
Yeah, okay.
Back
And
then.
also, question on alcohol: is it very
Oh,
much
yeah.
one drink a night kind of thing?
one drink a night unless something like really fucked is gonna happen, or
Oh,
it's gonna be really late.
okay.
Yeah, but then you'll only get 2. I didn't drink. I
Oh,
think I had
okay.
like 2 drinks the whole time
Wow.
because I
good
was
girl.
low-key sober before.
Yeah, I didn't drink during my
wow.
stuff
No.
because I was like, I don't want to look like an idiot.
No.
And during like the lunch breaks and stuff, are you allowed to speak to each other, or you have to
So
be like
you can,
silent?
but like we're always with like we have a chaperone,
Yeah.
and that's probably one of the villa producers, and they will like always get in there if you're talking about like content.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
storyline
that's
stuff.
obviously like why the boys and the girls will kind of split up. Like someone's in
Yeah.
the lounge room, the boys are in the
Yes.
kitchen. Yeah, just because then things are going to be missing if I don't know we're talking
course, it
and
doesn't
then
make sense. Yeah.
we start filming again and
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense.
No, totally.
And
Yeah.
do you think you'll go on any other reality TV shows?
Oh my
like
God.
Love Island UK.
I don't know if I'd be a good UK girly. I
Okay.
think like Australia was like
Perfect.
just like it worked, but I think the UK would be like, who the fuck is this?
It's like it's too much.
It's too much. But you know, never say never. I'm
about another
definitely
show?
open to it.
Would you do another show?
I tell you what I'm obsessed with. I think this is pretty niche, but Summer House. Do you love Summer House? Do you know Summer House?
No, I think my sister watches it actually.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed
Yeah.
with Paige DeSorbo, like actually
Okay.
obsessed.
Yeah.
She's such an iconic queen. But I think kind of a style of show like that where you're all kind of, they like live in New York, go to the Hamptons every weekend for the summer.
Yeah.
And it's like their
Slay.
big group of friends. Yeah. And like, because they are filming like 24/7 as well, like it's kind of that style of filming.
Yep.
I think that would be really nice. And you can kind of just do whatever you want. And
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Love that.
I know. So I'm manifesting Summer House.
Yeah. Producers, slide in the DMs.
Yeah.
Again.
Slide
Slide in yours.
Please.
So what next for M?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know.
We're still looking for love, or a bit like, are we in our healing era?
Look, I
slaying
would say
area?
like most of the time when I'm single, I am like open to love, but it's not really something that is a priority to me.
Yeah.
I just want to focus on my career, like doing social media stuff.
Yep.
And then, yeah, like acting, modeling,
Yep.
all the things. But yeah, just like I honestly feel like my life hasn't really changed at all post filler because I'm still doing everything I was doing before.
Love that.
But just on like a bit of a bigger level, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love
But
that.
yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Oh, and we'll travel. I like need to get out of Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Don't we all?
Yeah, Mimi and I were literally on the couch yesterday and I was like, should we go to Coachella? Because I
Do it,
really
babes. I think I'm like.
Wait, are you going?
I think I am.
Wait, we need
but
to
it's gonna
chat
be
about
last
this.
minute. Okay, we'll chat off. But
Yes,
it's
but-
very last minute.
No,
I
I
haven't booked
know.
flights or anything.
Neither, and they're expensive. But I'm like,
Yes.
there's so many people that I've kind of connected with after having our social media back
Yeah.
that I want to go and meet.
Yeah, you want to do, and you're such a
Yeah.
Coachella girly, like in the rock
Yeah.
boots, like 100%.
Yeah, in the rock
Yes.
boots.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. No, I think it would be so fun, but yeah, very last minute.
Yeah,
but
of
we'll
course.
see what we can make happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, one last question.
Yes.
Have you had anyone exciting slide into your DM?
No, I
after
feel like the
show?
girls don't
It's
get anyone
dry out
exciting.
there.
It is
Yeah, what's up with
dry.
that?
Out there.
I don't know. Oh, this is not like a boy or whatever, but Serena, who won Love Island USA, like I had DMs from her in like November being like, I'm obsessed with you, you're iconic, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I watched last season of US and I was like obsessed with her.
Good.
Wow. Yeah, she was my fave. So I'm like, love her.
Wow,
Yeah.
cute.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh my god! And maybe I shouldn't say this. Mercedes' ex as well from FY Island. Like, so now I'm like friends with her. Like when I go to LA, I'm gonna see her.
No, I love being friends with the exes at
Yeah.
That's a bit of me. That.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much. I've loved our little chat.
Same. Love a
Thanks for
little
having
girly
me on.
episode.
We love a girly chat.
We love. Thanks, Em.
Thank you. Bye.